both come from places of overwhelm and shame. That was our old stories. We have new stories now. We're still a work in progress, but we wanted to have a community that where the goal was not to have Pinterest worthy homes, right? Like it was really about healing your relationship, right? Your relationship with your stuff, with your space, with the way that maybe it makes you feel and the stories that you're telling yourself about that.
And why is it easier for everyone else? And there was something in that moment, like I feel like it was this divine intervention from I don't know who, I think myself. And I just stopped and I was like, no, I'm not going to continue down this path. I have these two littles that I want to have them have a different future. And that has to start with me. Hello friends, we wanted to introduce you to the You're More Than Yourself membership. My name is Julie and I've got my bestie Selena, and she's going to share a little bit about what the membership entails.
Hi friends. Julie and I decided to combine worlds and create a heart-centered decluttering program to meet your every need. And I wanted to introduce you to the Clarity Pathway because it's a step-by-step experience that gets you through our program. And we like to involve things like shifting your mindset. So we have a monthly mindset call. And I like to talk to you about your self-limiting beliefs. As a grief and trauma therapist and a decluttering coach, talking about big feelings is one of my favorite things to do. And we also have coaching calls where you get to learn how to care for yourself. Coach Julie, her superpower is on self-care and self-nourishment, and she has so many good things to bring to the table. We also want to encourage you to take action. So we have what we call the sort and support sessions. So we offer these anywhere between 2 to 4 times a month, and we get together for an hour and we declutter in real time. And Julie and I keep you company, we offer support, and we help you stay accountable. We also have a private Facebook group. That way you can stay connected. And it really is a soft place to land if you are feeling overwhelmed, if you're not sure what the next right thing is. Not only are we there to support you, but so is the community. But we also like to help you keep momentum. So you will receive weekly emails if you choose. It's something you can opt into. It's not mandatory, but people do find them really helpful. And we also have 2 other calls where you can ask for help. When we put our brains together, we were trying to figure out how to meet the needs of the community, and having 2 hours a month where you can just pop in and join the Ask Me Anything session, which you just show up with your questions and we will provide answers, or the open office hour where I hang out in Zoom for an hour every month and you can pop in and out for support as you need it. Out of all the calls that I do in a day, coming to Your More Than Your Stuff is actually one of my favorite ones.
I started on this journey and I joined a call similar to this. I didn't turn on my camera. I didn't talk. I didn't share. I wasn't even sure what I had signed up for. And it truly changed my life.
We wanted to build it in a way where we're there with you in the trenches and doing like real life work. Right? Whether that's letting go, talking about your decisions, helping you figure out how to move through overwhelm, helping you plan and execute. Tonight's call is not about how can you do more. That's not the goal, right? What it is, it's about believing again in small doable actions. I think in a lot of cases in society as a whole, we've just turned into this thing where if it's not bigger, better, harder, it doesn't count, right? Something's gonna be really hard for us to be like, okay, well, you know what? So yeah, I did 10 minutes in my kitchen. Like if I'd done an hour, I could be like so much further ahead and I'd feel so much more peace. So the 10 minutes doesn't count. Okay, but the 10 minutes does count.
I identified as someone that was messy, that didn't know how to do this, that thought that decluttering and organizing and cleaning and all the things was easier for everyone else. And I learned that 10 minutes at a time in a community was the magic for me. And then a few months into my journey, I realized that self-care was really my secret. If we can pour into ourselves and take some of that power back by using tools that make us feel calm and peaceful, and that like we matter, and that we're supported, and that we're enough, it diminishes, it lowers the impact of how we feel about the mess, because inside is feeling better. And so then you have the energy and the desire, and you want to change your space.
It's about small, consistent actions that reinforce your value, that remind you that you are worth the time, that you can take up space.
I had a call on Wednesday and my heart was so full after it. It was really neat and fun and heartwarming to see some of the wonderful people that have been in her groups and some of the wonderful people that have been in my groups, and being on a call together and just seeing them share ideas and work together and work on their stuff. We had literally just met each other in person like 2 hours before, and there was these other people around the pool, and they came up to us and they said, "Are you guys sisters?" And we all looked different. I was like, "No." And then they said, "Did you go to college together?" I was like, "No." And then Joanne piped up and she's like, "Oh, we met online and this is the first time we're meeting." And they were floored. They would have thought that we had known each other forever. And they actually wanted to join our group. They're like, "You're having so much fun."
You are a smart, accomplished businesswoman and mother and wife and friend, and you got your shit together. You know, nobody has it together perfectly, but your story and knowing where you come from and knowing how you got to where you are allowed to have nice things, and you are also allowed to have standards, which means maybe you slowly start looking at, what are the standards that I have for my closet? Yeah. We make small decisions at a time. That's growth. Just keep at it. Keep reminding, you need to give your nervous system concrete evidence that it is survivable. It's really about healing your relationship, right? Your relationship with your stuff, with your space, with the way that maybe it makes you feel.
Building a person up so that they are having self-trust and self-comfort and belief in themselves makes it a lot easier to make those decisions than coming at, you have to get rid of the stuff first, which is why the membership is called You're More Than Your Stuff. Because we are truly so much more than our stuff. Know that you matter, you are enough, you are supported, you are loved, you are not alone, and you've got this.